Hi, welcome to Dakota Life. I'm Larry Rohr. We're going to begin our program tonight with a trip to the races. Auto racing comes in many forms, drag racing to NASCAR. But in a sport where big money and new technology seems to be in the driver's seat these days, there's still a few dedicated gearheads getting their high-octane kicks the old-fashioned way. We want you to meet the Jalopy Kings.
It all started with me when I was a kid. My dad used to show me pictures of hot rods that he had built over the years. It's something that I grew up around and something that I've just always had a knack for, that I've always wanted to do.
The Jalopy Kings formed in 2006 when Chris Gribble and some friends started discussing the possibilities of forming a car club. The Jalopy Kings started the Show and Go Hot Rods event in 2007. Members of the club and their families get together and make it a weekend of camping and cars. Everyone brings their pre-1965 hot rods for a car show and races each other.
We wanted something that was different from a regular car show, add a little bit more, do a little bit of drag racing involved in it, along with the car show. None of our cars are trailer queens, so they're always driven to events and shows.
Currently, there are 10 Jalopy King members, and they add 2 new members a year.
We can keep it small, and we get to know everybody. We don't get to be such a large club that, you know, get together for a cruise, everybody shows up and everybody's like, who's that guy? You know, it works out. I think it's going to work out pretty good.
Mainly we were doing 8th mile time trials and grudge races, so you can, somebody thinks that their car's faster than the other guys and you just pair them up and run them down the strips.
I got the car kind of as a basket case. I actually traded an old Harley Davidson that I restored for it to a guy in Orpheum, Illinois, and brought it home on a trailer and just kind of finished putting it together.
I raced my 49 Ford pickup that day, and it was not the fastest truck out there, but it was a whole lot of fun.
My car is a 1940 Ford pickup. It's never finished, but always work in progress. It's in my blood. My dad does it, my grandfather did it, my uncle does it, and I hope someday my kid's into it too. It's something that's affordable, building the type of cars that we do, and there's a lot of personality into it.
Don Badura and his wife have also restored a Camaro. They've talked about getting rid of it to help fund future projects, but haven't been able to part with it yet.
I've owned the car for 12 years now. And I have probably changed everything on it except the paint job. And a couple things have been done 2 and 3 times over. The reason we didn't race the Camaro that weekend was in 2006 we had it at the track, Labor Day weekend, one of the last weekends the track was open. Fresh motor, made 5 passes, and we had some suspension damage. And we were in the car and haven't got it fixed yet.
Breaking down is something the Jalopy Kings members know is a possibility, but are always willing to take the chance for the enjoyment of the cars.
There was one other guy in our club that had been beating everybody all day also, and we had been kind of decided that we were going to ended up somehow racing each other, and I pushed it as hard as I could, and something just didn't sound right in my motor, and so I kind of let off and nursed it back, and there it sits. And it actually still runs, it just has a funky noise to it.
The old cars, they don't make parts like they used to. A lot of the parts are readily available still. If you can't find original stuff, you can always buy aftermarket or reproduction stuff. For the most part, we usually have pretty good luck.
The love and enjoyment of restoring cars is something that is passed down generation to generation. The members admit that it's something that's in their blood and will never go away.
I've always had a love for cars, and it's just something that I'll continue to do and hopefully pass it on to others. I think it's a wonderful tradition.
You can put a kid in front of a Wii and say, go play Wii Sports, but to be able to have them work on it with you and learn gives you quality time. I think in the last 10 years, the younger culture is hooked on to the older cars and realize the fun that it involves and the quality of time that you can spend with family and friends doing it. And I think it seemed to almost gone mainstream somewhat.